Lachance, and I'm very excited to announce that my new single, Anymore, is coming out on August 26th.
You're wrong. So take your words, you can leave them on the floor. I don't need them anymore. Anymore. You didn't think I'd understand, but I won't just pretend anymore.
A name you'll be hearing from a lot in the coming months here in Canada and hopefully around the world, Grace Lachance. She is the winner of the She's the One contest that happened at Blues Fest in Ottawa earlier this year, and signed to Universal Music, which is a huge deal. They don't invest their time with just anyone. And also the first single officially released by Universal Music Canada this Friday, and a very, very hectic time for you. We welcome Grace and Cliff, our good buddy Cliff Fabry, who is very instrumental in talking about She's the One and exposing up-and-coming singer-songwriters to a whole audience. We welcome you, but let's talk about She's the One first, Cliff.
Well, there was a Blues Fest initiative in 2014.
In Ottawa?
Yes.
Okay.
Wanted to enhance it for the anniversary, so we did a Hollywood edition, a $50,000 prize. Winner went to Hollywood, worked with everybody, got a video single, but we had nothing to do with it. So one of the connections from Hollywood connected us with Randy Lennox at Universal Canada.
Right.
Mark and Randy spoke, and they came up with this beautiful concept for 2015, which was a single release. So there was an end to it. And then this beautiful young lady came in as a contestant. We had 10 from across Canada. And I mean, she happens to be from Ottawa, but 2 judges were from Universal Music, myself. We came in the room at the end of the performances and we looked at each other and we all said Grace.
It's pretty obvious.
It was extremely obvious because of you believe everything she says, and it's you can't fake it. It's the emotion. Real is an overused term, but she's the real deal from the emotional standpoint of it.
Plus, if you didn't pick her, apparently she's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yes,
you don't want to be dealing with
we had heard
the
that.
receiving end of a couple of chops there either. So.
And she loves teachers with the last name, or with a bird in the last name.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. She can explain that to you.
Okay, so the problem is that every teacher that I have with, okay, I probably am gonna get in trouble for this, but every teacher that I had with a bird last name was always kind of wild. So I always said, never trust a teacher with a bird as a last name.
So what was one of their names?
This
like
was my
Parrot or something?
This was my introduction. What
that was the first thing you heard of?
Mr. Parrot or whatever. Okay, enough. But anyways, this is my first introduction to Grace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about this ride that you're on. Does it feel like all this pandemonium? Like, give us your schedule today.
Well, today we went to Peterborough from Toronto and went to 2 radio stations. And then after that we went to Belleville to a radio station, and now we're in Kingston.
So this is a dream for you, to take your career as far as you want in music. Did Cliff sit you down to tell you what it's going to be like? And how much work it's going to take? No, Cliff, I'm talking to Grace.
No, hang on. Nick DeCarey, who is the Blues Fest coordinator, is actually the one that deals with Grace. And he's had a lot of chats with her. Sorry, please.
But Cliff has also, without Cliff, there wouldn't have been an Avril Lavigne. So he's been around the business for a long time. What have you heard about this business? Do you still want to get into it, is the question.
Of course, yes, of course. I mean, like, obviously you hear from a lot of people that the music business can be hard to kind of break into, but I'm willing to take the challenge, I guess. I'm excited about it, and yeah, I think it's awesome.
You must hear what people are saying too, so far than what people have listened to you. An unbelievable talent. She's going to be the next big thing in music. All these compliments. I imagine that's nice, but do you? I'm thinking there must be a part of you where you say, I have to just put all that aside, and don't buy into the hype. How do you feel about those things?
Well, I mean, it's awesome to hear, like, it's encouraging for sure, but for me, it's just, I just want to always try my best, and then if I get a good reaction from that, then I'm happy, but if not, I'm just going to try harder and keep doing whatever I can do, I guess.
What is it that sets you apart? Sell us. Besides the voice and the talent, there's a personality there.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like,
There's a personality there, yeah. She's a
Cliff
little
shaking his
no,
head.
she's a little crazy. I mean, a good crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's certainly not there.
I'm a little wild, yeah. But I mean, yeah, I don't.
And she's modest, which is great.
Maybe that's why she doesn't want to sell us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to sell her. She can just sing, and she does a great job at it.
And so what the next step is getting out there, getting your name out there, playing for radio stations, getting on the radio stations, but then that full-on release. It's going to be a busy year for you. That's not happening until 2017.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my single's coming out Friday, and then a follow-up video, and I have some other songs I'm always writing and stuff. So
Good for you.
yeah, thanks.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And it's the writing that is the biggest part of this
Absolutely.
job is the song itself and the voice and the talent to present that song to the people.
For sure.
So I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Okay, you're in good
You
hands
rock.
with Cliff
You're,
here.
you're a great man.
I'm just sitting here asking questions. That's all I do, Cliff.
I love you, though. You're a
I
great
love
man.
you too, bud.
You're a great man.
You are too. Before we start crying here and getting all very emotional, big love in, I'm going to toss things over right now to Bill Hall. It's all about the Preserves Reserves. Here's Bill.